Hey, so hope everyone had a really happy, good Thanksgiving. That was a nice 5-day break for many of us. Some of us are still on that break. There were some people who weren't in class today, and that's fine, whatever your situation is. But I hope you had a good break. We all needed it emotionally. Mentally, we all needed to take a break from everything that is going on. We all have different situations, and I hope that you were able to relax, recharge, and I hope you did so in a way that is safe for you and for anybody that you're going to be with. These are just the kind of times where that is something we have to consider. So, with that said, though, we are back, and today is basically the start of the end of the semester. And that's usually the way I like to think about it. When we come back from Thanksgiving break, we only have so much time before we're out of here. So looking at the calendar, today is the 30th of November, and we have this week and 2 more weeks, and then we're on the Christmas holiday break. This week is simply reviewing for the final exam. So not just end of course exams, but as you know, everyone's taking their exam early this year. So we're going to be taking them before the holiday break, which I think is a good idea for a lot of reasons. But so that just means that everything up until the break last week, that's what's going to be assessed. So it's not that there's necessarily a study guide. If you remember back to earlier in the semester, one way or another, I've communicated to you that essentially your notebook is your study guide. So if you've been doing your work, you have a really good study guide. If you haven't been doing your work, your study guide's incomplete. You might want to go back and take a look at some of that stuff. But good news, as has been true all semester, I upload answer keys for everything I've asked you to do so that you can go back, check your work, get immediate feedback. And then if you do come to the virtual meetings, you can bring some good questions. I can help you out as quickly as possible, and we move on from there. So 3 weeks left. So the calendar on the school website is the exam schedule. It's been there for a while, and I've put the exam schedule that's particular to me on my course calendars also. And so I clearly see here where I show second block's final exams will be next Wednesday, Thursday. So people who are physically here on Wednesday and Thursday for my class, because that's an in-person chemistry class that I have, you'll be taking your exams at that time. Just no excuses, that's when they are. And then the rest of the afternoon, you go to your other classes. So if you're a virtual student, then that's when your second block exam will be. If you happen to have a double blocked second, then that's something that your second block teachers would work out with you as far as that goes. My third block virtual class, your exam is is the Tuesday the 15th, and it's on the calendar. So third block exams are that Monday and Tuesday, the 14th and 15th. And I'm giving mine for my third block on that Tuesday. So between now and then, you have to study for a final exam, and you can see that there's one quiz that's later this week. Of course, it's open notebook because you're home, you're doing stuff. Whether you're e-learning or virtual, it's open notebook. So you should do fairly well on that. And then that'll really be the last grade that you get before we leave for the break. The final exam and that. Your final exam, I will not share those scores with you until you'll get that on your report card, which will show up in January of 2021. It's hard to believe that, but we're like barely a month away from January of 2021. So 2020, as crazy as this year has been, for those of you who are virtual students, you haven't heard that in a while. So that was the bell to end, I think, our first lunch. We're in third block right now, if you're curious. So anyway, but that, that might be interesting. Just if you haven't heard that bell in a while, just might sound weird. If you're here, then it's already familiar. Physics students. So I realized in the video that I'm focusing a lot more on the chemistry part, but I was keeping you in the back of my mind as well. I'm looking at the calendar, and the planning guide it'll be updated, but you'll notice that your final exam is next week on Tuesday the 8th. So it is set up right now, Tuesday the 8th, 8:45 to 11:55 a.m. Those hours are set by the school. That's when you must take it. At 4-hour time frame, you won't need 4 hours to take the exam. So, if anything changes, obviously, then you would go to the calendar and you would see that update. But it tells you exactly where to go and how you're going to get to your exam. Study everything up until we went on the Thanksgiving break. That's what you need to know. Since I've provided answer keys, again, you've got all the physics that you need with answer keys. You can backwards engineer every single solution to every single problem that we've talked about and studied this semester. There won't be anything beyond the scope of that on the final exam. But of course, after the final exam, I'll be updating the calendar with your other assessment grades you'll be getting, and you'll be getting grades all the way through the second week of January. So keep in mind, a large portion of your grade still doesn't exist yet. Even though the first quarter is gone, you still got the second quarter, and then your final exam is 10% of your grade. So put yourself in the best position possible. Make the best grades possible. Tangent. So, but back to what I was saying, when we come back from the holiday break, Christmas break, we have 2 weeks in January. So let me just double check. I want to make sure I'm getting this correct. So yes, we come back on January the 4th, and the last day of class will be that Friday, January the 15th, and that Monday, the 18th, is Martin Luther King Jr.'s holiday. So I already have on there the 14th and 15th you'll have a test on that day. That'll be the last test for quarter 2. There will be some other grades from January 4th, the week of January 4th through the 8th, and then that second week. I just haven't put them on there yet, but there will be some quiz assessment grades. But you can see that the information that we're going to be working on is there. I'll be making and posting some videos related to that, and of course everything is going to be lined up. Whatever's in the notes, whatever's in the lesson videos, any of the practice problems that have answer keys, they're all going to line up with the assessment. So there shouldn't be too much worry for that. I'll still be holding virtual meetings, so if you need help with something, you come and get help. I'm here for you as much as I can be. All right, and then that's really it. I just wanted to give you a heads up for that. So most of your grades they still exist. So even if you didn't do so well first quarter, or you did literally nothing first quarter, because of the grading floor that the district offers, you still have a lot of grades left all the way through the second week of January 2021 and a final exam. So whatever happened, whatever the situation was, there's no judgment. There's nothing negative. Whatever happened. That's kind of in your recent past. The way you fix that, the way we turn that around, is we buckle down now. We do what we need to do, and you use the resources you have that are there for you. I'm here for you. The school's here for you. I'm hoping at home you have got some support, and a lot of you do. If there's not as much support for whatever reason, you have to work, there's just a lot going on at home, again, we are here for you. But at least for my class, I've tried to make it as user-friendly as possible. Everything is open notebook. Everything is there. You can almost backwards engineer how to think through the process by looking at the answers, looking at my keys and stuff like that. And then I'm here to help you if you need that help as well, if you need some extra guidance. If you just show up and say, I don't understand, I can't help you with that. But if you show up and you give me some specifics, you say, I've been doing this, I did this, this is what I have, where I'm not sure where I went wrong with this, can you help me? Absolutely, I can help you with that. We can get that fixed, and you can do well. So hang in there. 3 weeks, Christmas holiday break, 2 weeks off, come back, 2 more weeks, long day weekend, and then we start the second semester. It's crazy. Time is flying by, and then we're in the peak flu and now COVID season. So we don't know what the future holds. If you, you just don't know. So be as safe as you can for yourself, but more, and just as importantly, being safe for yourself means that you are actually spreading that goodwill towards others, whether you know them or not. So just do the best you can to keep yourself healthy as possible, family, friends, and hopefully we're going to get through this soon. But I'm doing everything I can online to help you be successful. You just have to put in some work, and you do that, you're going to be fine. So, I just wanted to give an update. I hope everyone had a good break. I hope everyone's going to do well these next 3 weeks. I know you are, and we'll look forward to a well-deserved 2 weeks off real soon. And then we'll be able to put this chapter behind us. All right. So, good seeing everybody. Stay curious. Go make yourself some coffee or some tea, some cocoa. Something. Do something. Go do some work. I'll talk to you soon.